E to the L to the U to the X to the E to the top. Smacking.
Why hello there guys, it's Qwerty Afro here bringing you another OMSI 2 Let's Play video. Today we are back on the South London project. You guys seem to be really liking the videos that I'm producing on this map, and I'll try and get some more out for you guys. Today we're looking at the Enviro 200, which is another bus that can somehow be played with this map, and we're going to be doing Route N3, which is the night bus version of Route 3. Please in the comments don't ask me how or why or how does this bus work, where do I get this skin from, how do I get the blinds to work, how do I get the destination to work, how do I get anything to work essentially with this bus for this route. And this is to even do with all the other kind of things, even with like the Volvo and whatever. I've been given all these kind of things directly for this map. I've not gone out and found these things on websites individually. I've just been given it, and because the main person that helps me with setting up these videos, and to be honest, if it wasn't for him I wouldn't be doing any of these London South project videos, is Peter Spokes. Huge shout out to him, because he basically helps me configure things to basically to make a video for you guys. So in a way, please don't ask like all these kind of things like where did I get this, and don't be please don't be disappointed, because I don't know myself, and these videos are basically just tailored to just be made into videos. I don't get all of this to just drive myself. I get this to make a video to show you guys like some of the different kind of variations that could be possible and will be possible actually in the full release of the map. Remember, this is a beta, this isn't the full map. People have been I've been seeing people jumping on the wagon thinking that this is the map, and this is what we're going to expect or whatever, and things are not working, things are, it's a beta, and this is a very small portion of the map. This is not the whole map. These are not the buses that are going to be released with the map. These are temporary gap fillers for the map currently, because Rhys, who's the main guy who's making this map, he's modelling currently some of the actual buses that will be in. He's actually finished the Enviro 400. He's actually now starting work on the new Route Master, which I'll actually put some images on the screen right now so you guys can actually have a look. They are stunning, and I cannot wait for them. They are just looking epic, and I'm looking forward to drive the new Route Master bus. That's probably the one I am really looking forward to. This bus right now, even in front of us, is a bus that will be actually modelled for the route, the Enviro 200. So there is these buses that are currently now drivable on this kind of small beta route are not the finished, these are not buses that will be included in the final release, because these are just mainly these are like the Enviro 400 and 200 for this map now currently that you can play. They are Hong Kong bus models for OMSI 2. They're not the London bus model variant, so obviously things don't work properly, things are not proper with it, but trust me as I say that things will get better, and things will be made specifically for this map once the whole kind of map is released. And the release date now for the map, I do believe, is not February, May 2016 is the kind of goal, I think, for the map to be released. And once it's released, I'll be definitely doing some content on my channel, so definitely stick around. Also, if there's any updates with the kind of beta, as I'm a beta tester, within any kind of things that us beta testers get, and if I'm allowed to show you guys, I'll definitely show you guys in videos and upcoming videos to show what's progress with stuff on this actual map. Anyway, enough of that. You can see here we're in Crystal Palace. It is a bit snowy. I've put on the snow. I've hopefully disabled the kind of slipperiness of the roads, because that could be proved difficult, but I don't know if it's fully turned off, so we might still have a bit of slipperiness. Snow, why not? It's still kind of December. It's still kind of it's still kind of the kind of festive seasons, and I hope everyone's had a good Christmas and Boxing Day or whatever. I didn't make anything then, because there was nothing really much for me to do. I didn't have any good ideas to do some sort of Christmas special, so I do apologise for that, but I hope everyone had a really nice festive time with their friends, family or whatever. Shout outs to go to in this video Sam Rogers and TrainBuddy 123. That's again Sam Rogers and TrainBuddy 123. Their links and stuff will be down below. Now we have the Enviro 200 here, the Hong Kong bus model, as you can see, with all these kind of fancy kind of stickers on it, and K and B and stuff like that. So it's not the London variant. The only thing that's London about it is the actual Abellio kind of thing. Let's get a route to do a timetable. There's one at 10 past in 2 minutes, which I think we should be able to make. and it's asking me if I want to withdraw the current AI that was scheduled to do it, which is now going to just drive off and go back to the depot or wherever it goes when a bus isn't really needed in this map. So other than that, let's get into the bus, see what's what with it. It's very snug in here, much more compressed. It has a kind of more compressed feel than the Enviro 400, even though Enviro 400 feels very kind of closed in than like most other kind of European buses, because I find with most London buses, obviously they're made a bit more narrow, I feel, in some ways, while more European buses feel a bit more wider. I don't know why I get that kind of feeling. Maybe it's completely untrue, but I feel with these kind of London design buses, obviously because London has certain narrow streets or whatever, I don't know if they have some specification that narrows the bus in internal or whatever. But get the electrics on. If I can get the electrics on. Turn on the bus. There we go. That gets it on. Have a look at the interior. You know, as I said, it is not the full London one, so it's I don't think these seats are even the ones in the London one. I don't think the armrests are part of the London kind of variants one, and definitely the decal of the seats is definitely not London. Look at that, some kind of like puka design or whatever, something from like, you know, Hong Kong or whatever, or even Japan, or I don't know. But it looks pretty cute. I like it actually. It's pretty nice. But yeah, that's that. Let's just turn on some lights to make it nice and bright in here, because it is the night, and we are a night bus. See the daytime running lights with which this bus comes with, and also the Enviro 400 does come with the daylight running lights, which is kind of cool. We need to get the destination blind working, which can only be done through this kind of set line and terminus thing. I was trying to get it to work. There's no actual IBIS system or whatever on this bus, which is one of the problems I was like having trying to make this video. And what Peter Spokes did his magic with the HOF files and stuff like that, and it now works, which is really nice. But definitely, again, don't ask me how it is. I don't distribute like files and stuff like that, and this was just like, you know, directly given to me to kind of use to make a video. So, you know, that's why. That's the reason why. But that's all set up there. Nice kind of N3 Kennington, which is good. That's where we're headed. Other than that, I think we are good. We can just turn the lights on and get back in here, and let's get into drive. Actually, no. I need to. Weirdly, I feel I need to put the hold the brake down as well, like in Mercedes buses. There we go, and there we go. That is nice. Oh, one thing as well, wipers. And I think with this also here, with Night Bus 3, you actually have to turn around in here, because the actual bus stand is here for Night Bus 3, not where that other bus just pulled in there for the regular route 3. Let's just put on the directions, even though I do know where I'm going. I've learnt this map now. There we go. As you can see here, Night Bus 3 would stand on this Crystal Palace bus station stand, and then normal route 3 would go out back here, and then N3 goes out here in its own this little kind of slipway or whatever, which is nice, variational. I haven't seen anything too different with N3 in terms of variation of like a night bus. I've seen the only kind of thing I've seen is that it has an extra bus stop, I think, which is weird. It has an extra bus stop somewhere in the Kennington station area kind of place. Let's put on the high beams, because we can't see anything actually out of here. Yeah, it has one extra bus station in the Kennington area, and I do believe that's pretty much it. Pretty much it shadows the normal Route 3 pretty much. There's no real difference in terms, because normally night buses aren't too different from their daytime running line counterparts. Anyway, let's get ready to pick up this passenger here. There we go. This was the thing I was having problems with, like, with setting this thing up with, like, Peter Spokes. We were trying to, like, firstly we got the blinds and stuff to work. There we go. Ooh, a bit malfunction there with the doors. Right, we're having problems like just setting up the thing to kind of collect passengers and then the blinds and stuff like that, so it's good that it now works. I've also noticed that even though I think the roads are slippery or like you know frosty or icy, the bus lanes, however, do not counter with the snow or ice. So once I'm on the bus lanes, I can speed up and brake at my own will. But on these roads, it's going to be a completely whole different thing. I need to turn off that annoying indicating light. That is pretty annoying, I have to say. But yeah, but I find in OMSI driving on ice and whatever is just so tricky. If you watch any of my streams when I stream OMSI and when I turn on like snow or whatever, it never goes well. So I'm gonna be on my best behavior here to try and drive all right. I'm taking this hill extremely vigilant and not wanting to speed down it as I normally would. Alright, is anyone waiting there? I don't think so. We can continue, which is nice. There's no announcements on this bus. As I said, there's no IBS kind of system like there is on the Enviro 400, which even that's not the iBus system. Rhys, who's making the map, is he's going to be implementing an iBus system into it for announcements, the actual ones with actual proper, the actual voiced ones that you even hear on the current Enviro 400 that we can play on the map. So that's going to be really cool once that's all done. Anyone here? No. We carry on. We soldier on. Mini roundabout here. We're not gonna. I'm just gonna nicely go over it. That's all good. Good stuff. I was thinking also, about night bus routes. It's quite interesting in London. There's kind of three types of there's kind of three kind of things that happen in London with kind of night buses or just bus lines in general. You have the normal daytime kind of daytime running route, and then either it would continue into the night as a 24-hour bus line, so it would not stop 24 hours, which is pretty cool. That's one of the kind of options. Then you have actual night buses, which actually have the kind of N in front of the number. Now, night buses can either foreshadow the whole kind of daylight, the daytime kind of running line, or they can actually be slightly different, where they get extended slightly at like one side of their destination location or whatever. They get maybe extended a few more stops to kind of help with like a route that doesn't actually have a night line or whatever, which I think is pretty cool. And then you actually have the actual option where a daytime line does not have a night bus line, so like it just stops, and it stops at midnight 1 AM, and it just doesn't have any kind of night bus service. I kind of find that pretty cool, because I see in European kind of countries there is pretty much just daytime lines and night bus lines. There's no kind of like 24-hour lines, or maybe I'm wrong, but that's the kind of thing I see in London. Like there's 24-hour lines, there's night bus lines, and there's basically no lines if one type of kind of route doesn't have one. It just stops at midnight or 1 AM. Anyway. Oh, I tried to be cool there, going into the free cam road, and it completely failed. Right, back we go. So far, alright, I have to say. Nothing too much is of a problem. The slippery road is manageable, I have to say. It's not too bad. We have a red light here. We're going to have to slow down. Put on the parking brake. I'm improving. I'm getting better every day with that. There we go. We can head off now. Parking brake off. And off we go. You can see the acceleration is going to be a bit tampered because of the ice. Obviously there's less traction when there's ice on the road, so we're not going to, just get off the as soon as we press the acceleration, we're not going to, go 0 to 100 real quick. Yeah, it's very quiet. It's 3 AM. No, it's 1 AM. I put the in-game time as it's 1 AM. No one's going to really be about. Maybe late party. Oh, why am I indicating that there's no one getting off or no one there? But yeah, there's probably party goers or whatever. I feel sorry for night bus. Actually, to be honest, night bus driving is probably not that bad in some kind of cases. You don't have a lot of people to annoy you. It's quiet. There's no traffic. Maybe the only kind of thing, it's cold, but then you have a heater in the bus, so that's not really too bad. You know what I mean? And the night bus driving life is not too shabby. wouldn't mind it myself. But I've set this actual in-game time to be the 18th of December, which is the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens. So I really wouldn't want to be a night bus driver there on the release of such a film. Is this woman? No, she's just walking. Because I was... oh, that film was great. I just did that on purpose so I could start talking a bit about Star Wars Force Awakens. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it. It's a little known film. But I've seen the Star Wars The Force Awakens once with my friends. I really want to go and see it again. I don't know when I will. Maybe when I go back up to Leicester, probably would be now the only time now. Or maybe even when I'm still here in London. But I went to see it and it is amazing. Like, definitely so good of how of what they did to revitalize the whole franchise. I was really happy with it. Like, the story was a bit predictable, and I might be a bit spoilery in what I'm saying now, so if you haven't watched Star Wars, just cover your ears or just skip this part of the video. Well, I'll try to keep it as spoiler free as I can, but I'll just say that the plot is very much like, obviously, Episode 4, like A New Hope, which isn't that bad. I guess it's not too, you know, it's something that they went very safe. I felt the film was very safe. I felt it was very safe. They didn't want to do anything too like, you know, risky. You know, this is, you know, it's been whatever, like, well, it hasn't been 30-40 years since the prequels, but no one even mentions the prequels anymore. Which literally, with all the promotions of Force Awakens, they would ask the cast members and stuff like that. They would ask them, "What's your favorite part of like the old films or whatever?" But no one asked anything about the prequels. Like, they just got brushed aside, and I feel sorry to the prequels because I'm actually a person that kind of enjoyed the prequels. I know that they're bad. Like, I accept that they're bad, but I wouldn't go as far to completely shut them out of existence. Oh wow, that was quite an interesting acceleration there. I wouldn't go fully out my way to kind of shut them out of existence, because I thought they were still good. They conveyed a kind of a story of whatever story George Lucas was trying to convey through it. I would say Episode 1 was probably just a waste of time, but Episode 2 and 3, just it started to get better, and I really did enjoy certain parts of it. And I actually, like, I've had debates on Facebook with my friends about the type of lightsaber fighting. Oh, I need to stop here because someone wanted to get off. There we go. We'll just get you out. There you go. We were having some like debates on like what's the kind of like type of lightsaber fighting style we like from like the prequels or the old films, and most people like the kind of old style, while I kind of like the new style. I like the kind of energy. I don't like it too fast. Like, I don't like it when some of the battles were just ridiculous at ridiculous speeds and that, because obviously it's supposed to be kind of like a sword playing kind of duel, and sword kind of fighting isn't that fast. But then I appreciated it because it kind of felt cool. Like, it kind of felt more skillful how fast they were doing it. But then again, not everyone agrees, which I'm totally like fine with if people, you know, didn't like it or don't, like, you know, prefer the older films. And I do prefer the older films, to be honest. They are generally better. The acting, I think, is better, even though the prequels did have some really good actors in it and actresses, so you can't really squabble the prequels too much, but I do appreciate them. I'm glad that they were done, so at least that kind of beginning part of the franchise was, like, you know, conveyed as a story, and then, you know, 4, 5, 6, and now 7, 8, 9 we're gonna get, which is cool. I'm really looking forward to that. But enough Star Wars talk. I don't want it to become a commentary on Star Wars, which I kind of feel it is, and I do apologise if people don't like Star Wars, or maybe you're a Star Trek fan, and yeah, but I just wanted to convey that a bit, just give you my opinions on it. I did find it was a really solid film. You will not be disappointed going into the cinema and then coming back out. You will be fully, what's the word? You will fully appreciate what your money's worth for it. And that's why I would go definitely and watch it a few more times. Like, the only times I really have gone to watch films, oh my god, look at the sliding, look at the sliding! Oh my god! It was a bit like the Enviro 200 was a little bit like an ice skater there. Yeah, the only kind of films I've really appreciated so much to go and watch again would probably have to be like stuff like Avengers and stuff like that. But I like those kind of films. Some people just can't stand those kind of like superhero films, but I love superhero films. I think the more we get, it's just such a treat for us in this kind of generation. There we go. Obviously does it. Turn off the annoying blinkers. And we're on the bus lane, which doesn't have anything to do with ice, which is great, so I can go as fast as I want. Yay! Turn off here. Be nice and casual here. I love this little area here. It's so cool. Right. Giveaway place here. Check if there's any traffic. There is not. We can continue. Be brave and do a little bit of exterior driving, which is pretty hard. Oh, there's people actually that want to get on here. There we go. Welcome aboard. And there's no, even though ticket selling is actually on, the bus obviously doesn't have it because obviously it doesn't have any kind of proper IBS system or kind of ticket machine or whatever, which is annoying. But hey, what can you do? The bus is drivable. Essentially, this bus on this route right now, in this current state of the beta, it's just basically a drivable bus that you can just drive. Really, that's it. There's nothing really much else to it. It's just a drivable bus. You can pick up people, drop off people, and that's it. And you can, you know, get the destination blinds. Oh, there's a hump here. We didn't do that too bad, actually. Yeah, and then you can just set up the destination boards if, you know, if there's some compatible ones, which you know, Peter Spokes helped me with that, which was really nice. But yeah. And to be honest, it's not really even real of like how this setup I'm doing. Like the Enviro 200 is, I don't think it runs on Route 3, and it probably wouldn't run on a night bus kind of service. I don't think many low floor buses do run on night bus services, if I'm correct. I've never seen many. I've seen, it's mainly just double deckers that do night bus services. Or I might be completely wrong, but I've never seen a low floor bus night bus service. I've seen 24-hour low floor bus services. That's, yeah, I get that. But and like a low floor bus with like N something. I've not actually seen that. Hey there. Let's get it going. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, well, you probably won't notice. I actually, this is actually my first video where I actually have my GTX 970, EVGA GTX 970 graphics card installed and plugged in into my PC. But you probably won't be able to, tell, to be honest, because OMSI 2 really isn't even that optimized for very well, good, really high-end graphics cards. I probably still have to, you know, tweak around with the settings a bit. There might be a few little jitters within the video or whatever, but that's just OMSI, to be honest. OMSI is just like that, and they will always pretty much be like that, unless hopefully the next simulation that the developers are making, Lotus Simulator, whatever it's called, hopefully be a bit more optimized for high-end graphics cards. Because I tend to think that simulators these days have problems with optimization, really, and that's the kind of key thing that kind of makes it kind of make or break, like, for it. Like a game like Euro Truck Simulator 2 is very well optimized, really good on low-end graphics cards and really good on high-end graphics cards. Train Simulator, OMSI 2, no, they just don't get it right. And I hope, like in their future iterations, like, you know, the Unreal Engine 4 Train Simulator and Lotus Simulator for MR, I really hope that they get it right with optimization and just make it so it just runs. It's a smooth experience for everyone, really. That'll be my wish. Anyway, we're back on. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh, there's people getting off, there's people getting on, it's crazy, I don't know what's happening. You can see here the destination thing, it's just pretty much all N3. You can see the actual frequency is not even, it's not huge, it's probably every 10, 15, 20 minutes. well, as I said, I'm doing one of the first N3 services of the night, so it's going to be frequent, and then like during like say 3 AM, you know, that kind of period, it's not going to be that busy, which is to be expected, I guess. Right, heading into the Brixton area, which we're probably going to tank in FPS like a bitch, but what can you do? Parking brake on. What can you do? This is probably the only area in the whole map, even when it will be released, where you will have the kind of tanks in FPS, even for high-end kind of like computer users or whatever. That's going to be the area where it's going to be, you know, it's going to pose the most kind of like struggle. But it's because it's the most dense area of the map, to be honest. Just get the mouse out of the way. There we go. Right, stop. Stop, and there we go. That's nicely done it. Actually, to be honest, we don't need an indication because we're on this kind of like, really you only need to indicate if you're like, you know, if it's like a lane where there's multiple directions you can have. But if it's a lane now that's directly going right, I don't really need to indicate right, if you know what I mean. That's the kind of, I don't know, I guess that's kind of like 101 in driving. If you only really indicate if you need to. If you don't need to indicate in this situation because everyone is going right, so they know, yep, you're going to go right. If you indicated left and you were in a track going right, then you'd look stupid, or you're probably going to do a stupid maneuver. And that's happened many times to me when I was driving, where you have these people that just make their mind up at the very last second when they drive. They you know, they go on a section where everyone's going like a certain direction, and then at the last second they go, oh no, I'm actually not supposed to be in this lane. I'm gonna, you know, quickly cut across 5 lanes and try and get to where I need to go, and that pretty much causes a crash, or like this bastard. Look, he just provided a live demonstration of what I was actually trying to convey there. Even though he just did 1 lane, but it felt like many more. Anyway, let's get it going. I do like the weather. It's very gloomy. I like the kind of street lamps of how they kind of do like a nice a twilight kind of cone down to the street. I really do like that kind of effect. Like sometimes I have to like appreciate OMSI for what it is, because it is an old game. It has a really bad kind of. They're not the best graphics. Let's be honest. But it does what it does, you know, well, when it works. Like, you know, look at those, look at that, it's just nice, you know, I like the fog, I like the bloom or whatever, it's all good. Anyone coming on? Oh, we actually have quite a lot of passengers. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have quite a full bus for a night bus. How is everyone? Everyone comfortable? Everyone good? Does everyone like my driving so far? So far we haven't done anything too stupid, I would think. Well, you guys be the judge of that, but I feel that I've been driving respectively, and especially we've been having like icy roads and whatever. You know, it's not perfect conditions. There we go. Thank you. And come on. Yeah, this traction is really bad on this bus. We need to get some chains onto the wheels. I think that will improve. I wish there was an option like that. You could actually put chains on the wheels of the bus. That'd be really, really cool. But yeah, there are actually some other. There's actually this map I really want to do a video of soon. It's called. It's a map that was suggested by T-Kink, and I've actually downloaded it and played it on a stream. And it's called like Tetao. And wow, it's such a good route. Wow, look at that exhaust. Look at the exhaust emissions coming from these cars. Jesus. But I've played it on stream, and it's wow, it's like such a nice route. I don't think I've actually done a type of route like that, except for maybe Gatterville. If you remember way back then in my early OMSI 2 videos, Gatterville was this kind of map that had loads of gradients and stuff like that. It wasn't actually a really good map, to be honest. Now when I looked at it, I think that it was like one of my first maps that I installed correctly, and it worked. So I was kind of excited about that. but it was like had a lot of gradients. It was very intercity like, so it wasn't like, you know, a city. It was like towns and just like driving in between towns or whatever, and I really did enjoy that. And then T-King suggested this one, TETOUT, and I have to say I love it. It was such a great drive to do on the stream. It was quite long, but I really did enjoy it. It was really good, and I'm gonna definitely do a video of it sometime soon. The two buses that you can actually drive on it are the Mercedes 0407 and the 0307, I think. So Mercedes buses, Mercedes Interbus services. I think one of them is also a manual bus, which is cool, so expect that. I think that's going to be a really cool video whenever I do it. I'm really looking forward to do something that's not in the city, essentially. Like, that's going to be something really cool to do. Because I've been just really mainly doing city stuff and very kind of dense, condensed stuff, and I haven't done anything with like maybe like a bit of wildlife scenery, etc. And I find this route that I drove on TETOUT was really nice. It had a really good balance. Like, it had really small villages and stuff like that, and the actual gradients you had to drive were insane. Some of them are really insane, and you could only do it in like these kind of intercity buses, like the Mercedes 0407 and the 0307, which have like gears and like, you know, Kickstarter gears or whatever. While, like, say if I was to take this bus, for example, on that map, it wouldn't work. Right, another traffic light here. Oh, and then green. I hate this. This thing's trolling me. I've been just getting this kind of thing now in my recent OMSI 2 videos where I've just stopped at a red light and it turns green straight away. So I'm just like wasting energy. I'm wasting, you know, I'm stopping and starting. I should be continually going. That's the aim. Right. And I do believe this this kind of issue on this map where people are waiting on the road and that AI buses are indicating right instead of left, and when they go to a bus stop, that's something that Rhys has been looking into and has actually contacted Aerosoft, and Aerosoft is saying that they'll contact the developers for it to kind of get sorted, because that's something that I do believe needs to be rectified for the map, because it's not too annoying, but it doesn't look professional if like, you know, you have people not waiting at an actual bus stop like they do on a kind of on a right-hand drive map. So even though OMSI 2 wasn't designed for to do left-hand drive, hopefully now we can like get it fixed for this map, because I do believe this will be the first ever left-hand drive official add-on for OMSI 2. It's crazy to think about that. It's taken this long to go like, hey, let's make a left. Like, there have been freeware left-hand drive maps, but they haven't been, you know, there haven't been like a payware kind of add-on. Bye-bye. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. May the Force be with you. Right. Off we go. You can see the AI bus there on the right, 159. That's a drivable route, as I've mentioned in previous videos. And that's actually a route that's going to use the new Route Master bus, which I'm just so hella excited for. Like, wow. I can't wait till that gets, like, you know, put into the game and I get to test it and play around with it and drive it and open all its free doors. That'd be lovely. Can't wait for that. As you can see, I'm going fast now because the bus lane does not take effect with the ice. And now when I'm on the ice, oh damn, bad things happened. Right, we can go. That's good. Is that a guy? Yep, that's a guy waiting. We're in Varsall Road and we're entering the Kennington area. Right, stop. Nice. And off we go. I don't know if this sounds too much like an Enviro 200. I don't know if this is based. Obviously, this is heavily based on the Hong Kong model, but I don't think this actually fully sounds like an Enviro 200. Like, because I've been on many Enviro 200s, but they sound a bit. Like, it does sound similar, but it's not fully, you know. And I do believe also Rhys will be, I think he's gone to, with his like research and stuff, when he was going to like get pictures of like the new Route Master, the Enviro 400, and also the Enviro 200. I do believe he's gotten some sounds as well from like doing his research and whatever, which is pretty cool. So hopefully good authentic sounds with the London South project, which is all very nice. There we go, all good. I haven't actually been checking if I've been on time. I do apologise for that. Oh, come on, I can't stop now. It'd be more of a hazard to my passengers if I did. Oh, look at this. I'm skiing. Damn, I'm going too fast. Right, start slowing down now. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Please. There we go. Nice. I do believe this is going to, when we take a right here, this will be at the actual extra bus stop I was talking about for N3. N3 has, like, on this kind of beta route, the only kind of difference between N3 and Route 3 that I found is that this bus stop we come up to now is only for N3, and it's just like an extra bus stop for N3, which is, I guess, cool, little quirky fact to know there about the route. Will we get the green light? There's nothing around. Look at this. Oh, actually, there is stuff around. I lied. I thought we were just the only souls here. Oh, look, there we can go. There we go. Little bicycle lane there. Intercept that. Right, nicely does it. Yeah, this is the bus stop. It is M3 only. It is Kennington Park. Just a nice little thing to know there. So that bus stop is not even in. It's not used in the daytime running off this route. Well, it's used by other lines. It's used by 155, 333, and 3. Mainly night bus routes. Look at that. This is the bus stop to use when, you know, in the night. This is the bus stop to have a rave at, basically, for night buses. But yeah, you can kind of see that's oh, I kind of feel we need to have a thumbnail moment here. I'm really feeling a thumbnail moment. Let's get rid of these and I think this is fine like this. I think this angle is good. Actually, let's turn off the I'll have somebody turn off the lights. No, we need full fog lights on, I think. That's cool. Take that. You know me and my thumbnails. I love and I like doing them within the video. I find it's just a bit more like, you know, it's a bit more special for you guys, so you can see like, yep, I know where you got the thumbnail from. You know what? I'm a little bit picky here. We're going to just move a tad bit forward. Because now you'll know what this bus stop is all about. It's basically in the thumbnail you'll see it and be like, oh, that's the rave bus stop. Oh, perfect. Come in here. 159. Like, let's make room. Buddy, come here. It's like, yes, everything is going right for this thumbnail. We have another AI bus. This is fabulous. Right, I think that is going to be my final shot, like that. Perfect, like that. So, Control Shift and P. If it did it. I hope it did. Control P. Control Shift P. I hope it's done it. I really do hope. Anyway, I have it actually recorded on the video, so it will just I'll just freeze frame it basically on the video. But there it is. There's the thumbnail. We're probably going to be late now, but hey, let's just turn on the directions. But yeah, that's the thumbnail. We took a little bit of time off our little busy schedule, and I thought, you know, we have time for a thumbnail. And I was thinking actually in my head, I was thinking, where am I going to do it? And that just, you know, now you know that's the night bus rave station, and we're doing N3, so I thought, hey, let's do it like that. Alright. welcome aboard. They don't do anything really, they don't even say hello. I do believe also for the route there's going to be a voice kind of thing, a voice passenger voice pack is going to be developed for this route, so you know you're going to get your custom voices and stuff like the ones that you kind of hear on Balderman, etc. And actually I don't know if I can say this, but I'm going to be cheeky and say this anyway. I just might be, hopefully, if a bit like Rhys was basically looking at for people to kind of do voices for passengers and stuff like that, and I might be, hopefully, if all plans well, or maybe if he kills me now, if I'm not supposed to say this, but I might be a voice of a passenger. Oh, sorry. I might be a voice of a certain passenger on the South London project, which I think I'm really excited about. I don't know if I should be blabbing my mouth about it, but it's nothing, I guess, too much. Like, it's just, you know, voices for passengers. But, you know, you might hear Qwerty Afro as one of the passengers in the South London project. That's something to be excited for, and I'm very excited for it. I suggested, like, one of the lines could be, like, it could even be me saying it. I'd be like, oh my god, your driving's worse than Qwerty Afro's. I think that would be, you know, really cool. I'm like excited if that happens, if I do get to become a passenger voice for this route. I play this route every day just to hear my voice. Just to it'd be weird. I'm like the driver, but I'm the passenger as well. Like, it would be weird. It'd be cool if there was like a driver voice in the game. Like, you could, like, you know, someone was asking for a ticket, you could reply with a certain reply. I don't know if that would be a bit more technical, or maybe just not even necessary for a game like OMSI, but fun ideas to think about, you know. My mind's always kind of like, whenever I'm doing a video essentially of anything I play, any kind of video I do of like OMSI or Train Sim, I'm always thinking about stuff about the game, or like, you know, like what could be added, or just features in general. Because like once you play a game so much, like myself with these games, you kind of start thinking about things, and dreaming about things is probably the more correct term to use. Right. Ooh. Crazy there. Wait, are we supposed to stop here? Oh yeah, we are. Oh, we have two buses behind us. I was really probably taking long with the... What is behind us? Another 159. And you can see the nice South London project skin for the Enviro 400, which is included. Very nice. We are holding up the... we're holding up everything really. We should... Let's go. They're going off to Marble Arch while we're only going to Kennington. Oh, hello. We have to turn off here. If I'm correct, we have to turn off here. Yes, we do. Well, this is the last. I think this is the last stop. You know. This might be the. Yeah, this is the last stop. I didn't even notice. I was so in tune with my my little discussion with you guys. I just completely forgot where the hell I was. Yeah, this is the turning point to the Kennington bus stand, I do believe. Yeah. Alright. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. Anything coming from there? No. Nothing from there. We can go. And are we alright? I think we're scratching a few cars, but... Oh, there we go. Kennington Lane. Bus stand. There we go. Ooh, a little bit on the curb there. And... Right. Yeah, I think, where was it? Where was Kennington? Kennington, oh, we were already slightly, but we were okay, and then we were like starting to be late, and then we were dipping in being late and being okay, and then I think from like the Kennington Parklet area we kind of just lost it, but I got myself a good thumbnail shot, I have to say, so I'm happy about that, and I don't really mind being too 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 late with that, but that's alright, not too bad. Nice journey, all good. Turn off that annoying thing and turn off the why are you beeping at me? There you go. There we go. Let's just turn on that. Oh my god, it's still on. Why? Oh, the lights? Oh, look at that. It flashes. Flashing. An Enviro 200 flashing at everyone. Yeah. Anyway, let's just turn off that. It's a bit annoying. Anyway, that was route N3 done. You can see there. Look at that. It's odd. It's flashing. It's so broken. Anyway, that was the route N3 on the South London Project beta and beta, whatever. Please again don't ask about how to get this bus to work, whatever, where to get the skins info, I don't know. I've been giving them directly, so as I said in the beginning of the video, just don't be annoyed about that, just suck it in. At least you got the video. It takes, honestly, these South London Project videos take so long to set up to actually work, and a lot of effort goes into them, so probably behind the scenes. It doesn't look like a lot of effort goes on, like, driving wise, but behind the scenes to kind of get this route to work, to be in a video, is probably the most hardest thing. But that is N3 done, so now I have, like, basically I've done everything really with this route. Now I can just do some variations, I guess, with driving again the Enviro 400, or maybe some, there's like different variable route 3 alterations where it's like Brixton to Crystal Palace, no, not Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace to Brixton, Brixton to Crystal Palace. You have Kennington Lane to Brixton Morvale Road and back, etc. So those are two different variants I could do with the. I could do one with the Volvo, and then one in the Enviro 400 again, maybe in a plain livery, or maybe in that kind of cool silver livery, and then maybe again the whole route 3 the other way round, and N3 the other way round, and varying buses, Enviro 200 again, maybe, who knows, we shall see. The rail placement bus service in the other skin for the Enviro 200, maybe. There's not a lot I can do with this map anymore, but there's little things, little alterations and variations I can do if you guys would want me to do so. Comment down below, tell me if you would like to see me do that, and you know, start planning for those. They need a lot of planning. Anyway, and the shoutouts again go to Sam Rogers and TrainBuddy123. That's again Sam Rogers and TrainBuddy123. Their links and stuff will be down below. Again, links for the route to the route's website, to the blog, and the Facebook page will be down below. I would highly advise you follow them to keep up to date with this route. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a lovely new year. If I don't release a video between now and New Year, but maybe I probably will. But I'll just say it anyway, just have a good new year, and enjoy your time with your family and friends, and eat a lot, and be happy, and be free. And now I just sound like I'm a motivational speaker, which I'm not. But many people will argue that I could do it, but I don't, and now I'm just arguing with myself in my head, and you guys are hearing it, and I apologise, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye. See you next time.
We ain't never giving up, 'cause we ain't born for that. Gotta catch us fast, you do. Fast, you do. The ship is cruising, it's